Hey Sagittarians, how y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to be doing your second half of your general reading here. So about the meditation I just had for you guys, fascinating. So I saw like a big shell. I'm not completely sure what that, maybe a conch shell or something similar, one of those big shells on the seashore. You don't say, a seashell on the seashore. And I saw this hermit crab coming out of the shell and kind of like feeling it out, right? And then retreating back into the shell, and then coming out from the shell and then retreating back into the shell. And then I heard there's only one way, and the way is forward, right? So then I saw the hermit crab kind of go forward into the light, as it were, and then the entrance to the shell like slamming behind the crab. And it was kind of this feeling of like, wow, I really can't go backwards. The only way is forward. And then I distinctly heard, oh, it's so much better out here than I thought it would be. Fascinating. Let's see what the animal energy is. Woo! Right, let's do it. And there we go. Crow at the bottom there. Caw-caw. Okay, so we got the elephant here. This makes a lot of sense. So this equates for me to, it's kind of a mix of the Tower key along with the sun in the Taro. So the elephant is the remover of obstacles. We also have Lakshmi energy coming in here, which is about abundance and joy and always trusting and knowing that you're always going to have what you need when and as you need it. You know, the elephant here, again, is really a lot about good luck. And see this flame here? I love that this came up for beautiful fire sign Sagittarians here. But this is really about the elephant comes through and removes any obstacles that are keeping you from your highest and best path. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Remember how I said I saw the crab like coming out and kind of feeling it out in the sun and then going back and and I said the only way is forward. That is elephant energy all day. All day. Right? Distinct, direct, and consistent movement forward. Okay? And there is this bit of a feeling that I'm picking up on. And listen, this can happen when there's a lot of stimuli going on, a lot of change going on, even if it's not external change quite yet. And I feel like for some of y'all, yes, that is the case. But, you know, even if it's an internal feeling, because the energies are really, intense right now. We have the new moon coming up in Aquarius here pretty soon. We can have this tendency as human beings to go, let me just retreat a bit. That feels really intense. There's a lot going on, right? Whether in the 5D, 3D, both, whatever have you. It's like, oh, can I just like, right? There is that feeling here, but I feel like Spirit is coming forward to say that the only way is forward, darling. Like no backups, no repeats, no two steps, right? Oh God. Did you just show up in your own reading? See, okay, why do I feel like Spirit is really a little bit extra here with y'all right now, right? Temperance, this is your key, as you well know. I absolutely love this. This is about balance, right? This is about an inner reciprocity. Do you see how she's this beautiful gal here with the fabulous rainbow sweater that I love this text so much, is putting the water back and forth between her own two cups. Do you see the road here as well going up to the sun? And I saw the hermit crab and the shadow of the sun, that whole thing, sunflower. I'm absolutely loving this for you guys. I'm really getting this distinct feeling of inner reciprocity. I am. Feels really, really important. But I also feel kind of like a Two of Pentacles juggling thing too, where it's like you're kind of, weighing, what's coming up for you. It's a distinct feeling of this and that, this or that, this way and or that way, right? And you see how she's standing in the water here too? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm hearing, do I stay or do I go? I feel like it's a bit of a, right? The fact that you showed up in your own reading here is most auspicious, along with the elephant, which is, whenever the elephant comes up, it's great luck. There's really 3 animal energies in this deck that come up and that overall mean good luck, and that one of them is the elephant. The other 2, if you're curious, are the buffalo and the camel. What else is going on? Temperance is also about soulmate relationships as well, but I have to tell you, I'm getting this really distinct feeling, yes, for some of you guys, yes, soulmate relationship is in the energy Oh, Six of Pentacles, reciprocity indeed. But this really feels like you're being called to go about and enact some inner reciprocity with yourself. Okay? All right. Just going on from Sagittarius, off to a strong start. And here we are. Six of Swords. I'm sensing a theme. Six of Swords air energy here, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but of course, you know, this is moving on, darlings. Do you see how the only way is forward? Do you see where we're going with all of this water too? And it's kind of like, yeah, there's no reverse switch on this boat. Actually, I have this feeling that if this queen right here tried to go backwards, she would end up going in circles. Interesting, no? This is moving towards a place of mental clarity, mental relief, moving away from any and everything that is keeping you from your highest and best good, especially from a mental sphere. Okay? Why do I feel like water is the key? Why do I feel like water is the key? Water being your emotions and intuition, right? You know, I'm going to say this. I'm seeing a lot of mountains here, but what I'm feeling too is that for some of y'all, I feel like a group of you guys, right, who are eating your spiritual Wheaties, having your second helpings of spiritual Wheaties, as it were. What do I mean by spiritual Wheaties? I mean, you meditate regularly, whether that's walking meditation, mindful meditation, traditional meditation with Om, journaling, reading, self-care. Those of you who are eating your spiritual Wheaties on a semi-regular basis, I feel like you're moving your own boat, willingly and happily, right? I do feel like there's another group of y'all, and I say this with complete love. I'm a Sagittarius rising. Oh, girl, so I love you, and I understand. I feel like for another group of y'all whose maybe spiritual Wheaties have, been a little less tended to with this temperance here, spirit is moving you quite along, moving you right along. I feel like for some of y'all, you're moving the boat. For others of y'all, spirit is moving the boat for you. Either way, the boat is moving, darlings, but it's really a matter of who looks like they're having a better time. The one who's being moved is literally dressed in gray and has gone white in the hair. The one who is moving has got this luscious dark mane with these pink, jeans on. I mean, living live in bright full color, right? Something to that, darlings. Okay. Please let go of anything that's not holding you. Please let go of anything that is not holding you or giving to you what you're giving, right? It's like this theme of equal give and take and the golden rule and reciprocity, with and within oneself, focusing on what does bring you joy and abundance, right? Why does this not surprise me at all that the King of Wands, the King of Fire, is showing up in your reading? Yes, indeedy. Now, I want to point out the fact that we get the King of Wands, not the Queen of Wands, but the King of Wands, right? Sitting at the very, very precipice of this energy with the salamanders here. This is all about the heat, the fire, the wands rule the realm, as you likely well know. That is your natural suit of passion, desire, creativity, forward movement, and direction, right? Why do I feel like there's a backstage here that he's just like, listen, I know that there's stuff going on backstage. There's stuff in the past. I feel like I want to look back there, but not. But I got to look forward, right? He's not going to miss any opportunities or anything that's for him by what is that term called that the magicians do? Misdirection? There's a case of personal misdirection here, and I feel like the elephant is really coming in to say, like, no. We came a little too far to have some, personal misdirection. Misdirection, if you're not familiar, is something that magicians employ where they have you look over here while they do the trick down here so that you're looking over here and you don't see the mechanics of the trick, right? Why do I also feel like spirit, there is a sense of misdirection here, like spiritual misdirection, where it's like look inside, look with you while spirit works out some abundance for you coming forward. Because remember, the elephant is good luck, right? But please. Like this isn't about holding on It's about surrendering to the natural abundance and flow of life in your highest and best good, okay? Interesting. I love this deck so much. This King of Wands here too, they're wanting me to talk about, do you see how her fist is really balled up and there feels like there's some tension here? Feels like someone has a very strong will around something going a certain way, around something looking a certain way. But we can also look at this a lot of different ways, because if you look at it, the king is literally looking at this Six of Swords. I feel like some of you guys are kind of in a waiting place where it's like, okay, and I really feel like I'm talking to a couple groups of y'all, right? Or some of y'all are in this waiting place where you're like, okay, I feel like some of you are waiting on someone else or waiting on an opportunity to come to you. But it doesn't feel like it's a negative, like, waiting. It feels like you are firmly anticipating it. This is a person or a job. It's something. So think about that balled up fist, right? I do feel like you're being asked to step into a boss energy, right? If not already, and run your own life from that energy field, okay? So remember, the queen is about receptivity and receiving abundance. The king is about actively going out and manifesting it. So if we look at how this is storyboarding, right? We have temperance, which is reciprocity with self. You are in alignment. That's why you're showing up in your own reading, moving away from anything that is keeping you from a place of mental clarity and relief, towards sitting in your kingdom and having full facility over what is yours and what your reality looks like. You're moving into a place of empowerment. The key word being moving, right? Moving. Okay. You can't see, but there's like a bunch of like moving boxes behind the King of Wands. Just arrived. New to the throne. That's what this feels like. Okay. Clarify for temperance. Oh, God. Hi, the Hanged Man. Really sensing a theme here. First of all, this infinity symbol with these two cups and it's all this stuff. First of all, the eel, I'm always very drawn whenever the Hanged Man comes up in this particular deck, very drawn to the eel, which is very much about a sexual energy, sexual prana, or masculine and feminine energies that hold hands together, that don't confine or define themselves, right, within a black and white perspective, so to speak. Meaning, when the eel comes up, I'm just feeling really drawn to talk about this. Eels are very much about not gender, but energy, right? Being attracted to people's energy, as opposed to, I like this gender, I like this, whatever that is. There's something about, I feel like I'm bringing this up to say that there's something about releasing any expectations around what your path looks like moving forward. And that is going to make it a lot easier to really step out of that shell or the past or your loving, little cocoon you might be in, right? Because look at the bottom of the depths of the ocean here, and move forward with faith and without fear, right? Remember, if you're eating your spiritual Wheaties, you're moving your own boat. If you are not, spirit is moving it, and that's it. And it's just the difference between being at the helm, being at the wheel, or being a passenger. That's it. Either way, you're moving ahead. It's just really up to you that, how you get there. I'm really drawn to this seaweed. So emotions feel very intense. There is a lot of water here. Emotions feel very intense. And I'm feeling a really strong masculine energy here in this reading as well. It's funny. It's like this pull and pull to like be active, but also retreat. It's like the feminine energy that's working within for you at the moment, or that you have the opportunity to work with, I should say, is about self-care, right? But that's not about being in a waiting energy or being passive in any way and just going, I'm going to let it go by while I stew in, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but while I really feel the depths of my emotions. It kind of feels like the time for that is moving right along, a la the elephant. You're asking to be of your natural element, the fire signs that you are. It's feeling watery, okay? And that's fine. It's just about, how do you feel best? Follow the feeling, right? Follow the feeling. Six of Swords. The Hanged Man traditionally is about taking an active time out to flip your perspective, and see the good in something, see the bright side of something, see all of your options, right? Getting a much needed perspective. I like that we have the Magician on the bottom here, more masculine energy. 3 of Swords to clarify the 6 of Swords. Why am I not surprised? 3 of Swords, this is immense and intense heart pain that you are moving away from, right? Whether, again, you are the captain or you are the passenger, you are moving away from this 3 of Swords. A little bit of advice here. It is a lot more enjoyable to move the boat yourself, okay? You can bring yourself out of anything that is no longer serving you, out of any pain. Why do I feel like this feeling of holding on to something, someone, maybe it was a holding on to an idea you had of yourself, an idea you had of what your life was going to look like, an idea of, you know, A, B, X, Y, Z, T, and U, whatever that is. There's something about that. But the point, darlings, is that this is what you're moving away from. You're moving away from 3 of Swords. Why am I hearing the song by Maxine Nightingale? Get right back to where we started from. Listen, if anyone is considering a person from the past, or a job from the past, or something about, maybe this is a really funny example, but it's like, oh, maybe I should go get that haircut that I had in, you know, fun. I think that really worked for me. There's just something, Spirit is just really coming forward to say, the only way is forward, okay? There's something about that. Not a time for nostalgia. Let's get something for King of Wands. La, da, 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 da. Got the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. Gemini energy here. I want to point something out. I want to point something out with this. They're talking to me. Do you see this beautiful little snake right here? Do you see Homegirl's heel right here? Do you see that if she were to stop or step back, that she would get bitten? I can't with this. I feel bad. Snakes are, you know, have the worst rap ever. But that's neither here nor there. You see that if she keeps moving forward, she might have a chance. But if she tries to back up and reverse, she's going to get a bite of her life. And not in a good way. See that? All the water in the mountains. Only way is forward. Okay? Only way is forward. You know, the Lovers are also about choices in love and really following the feeling and choosing what truly, truly, truly serves your soul. Put yourself first at this time. I just heard that. Put yourself first at this time. Okay? Feels very important. Not making decisions that take into account others that aren't taking you into account in their decisions. I feel like that's for a smaller group of you, but it feels very important. It feels very emotional, guys. It feels very emotional. And I feel like a group of you guys, the emotions are, like I like to say, the fuel or the gas that makes the intuition work and go, right? But I really feel like I'm tapping into 2 different collectives here. And at the end of the day, it is a choice. Do you want to follow the feeling, right? It's like Abraham Hicks all day, every day, right? If you're not feeling well, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling resentful, or you're feeling, you know, this is the less of the spiritual Wheaties group, you know, all of those things. Do you want to stay there in the 3-year, or do you want to move right up ahead into the 4-year that we are firmly in? And manifest some different feelings. You have the key to this, right, Sagittarius? You have the key. Okay. 6 of Cups. Hello, more water energy. So this is nostalgia. This is that childlike kind of love and connection, past life partnerships and relationships as well. The fact that it's clarifying the King of Wands is really fascinating because this is about the past, right? 6 of Cups is about the past. Like I said, whether it's a past life soulmate, or feelings of nostalgia, feeling things that you did as a kid, you know, engaging in activities that made you happy as a kid or whatever have you. Do you see how they're looking 2 different directions? Again, the past is not your friend right now, right? It's really about moving forward. And I'll just say that, you know, a 200th time here. Let's go ahead and get a oracle for y'all. You know, they're telling me to talk about Gemini energy. It's just right here staring at me. You know, Gemini folks, right? That energy, very decisive. Very, very, very decisive, right? You can draw from that. It really does feel like a call for you to be decisive as well. And even a bit, and I say this in a positive way, like bordering on clinical with yourself. Can you be a bit of an air sign? at the moment. Look at things from that bird's eye view, from that place of objectivity, right? There's going to be so much gold in that for you. I don't even have the words. Sometimes it's good to like sit in those emotions and let them, you know, guide you and lead you. But I don't feel like that's what's going on right now for you. Okay. I mean, literally the animal you got is literally has fire in the trunk here. You're being asked to be, and if you think about it, air, we have the Gemini energy, the 6 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, you know, air, you know, allows fire to grow and exist and, you know, ignite, right? It's like air to the flame. They support each other, just like water supports the earth. Do that. Ooh. Woo! Let's get a goddess guidance for Sagittarians. But the amount of good luck you have coming your way is dumb, but like dumb in a good way. But it's really, really good. It's really, really good. Most auspicious. Most auspicious. Yeah, I want to take that. Ooh, that too. Let's talk about it. First of all, I can't because you guys are the beautiful archers. We have Artemis poking out here with Guardian and the Deer, which is about being gentle. See the fire here? I'm completely obsessed with this for you. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Correct. But I feel like this is more about really setting your aim, pulling back your string and letting loose your arrow, right? That's what this is. Artemis, aka Diana, you are Diana's children. No. Then you have, oh girl, Freya. I love Freya. Look at this queen. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? Take risks and be daring, just like the hermit crab, right? Come out of that shell. The only way is forward. Let's read that again. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. As long as those daring risks are about the future and movement forward. Okay. No leftovers. No leftovers, no repeats. Yeah. Follow the feeling. You have everything within you to manifest everything that we're looking at here. At the end of the day, we are our choices. Okay? You also got this. I'm just obsessed. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Again, falling forward. Right? I feel like this is taking a risk with your own dreams and desires. I don't really feel like it has to do as much with another person, again, because I felt this inner reciprocity and you came up here. Absolutely. Beautiful Sagittarians. This is your second half of your general reading. I so hope that this was of help and resonated with and for you. If so, please let me know in the comments below. You know, I just live for reading y'all's comments. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.